We're at Mack Sennett Studios doing a Bernie Sanders phone bank. I know nothing about phone banking. I just am getting involved with the Bernie Sanders campaign. I'm very curious as to why other people are interested in getting behind the Bernie Sanders campaign. So what I wanted to do is talk to them about why they're here to support, what it is they're doing, and why they're excited about Bernie Sanders in the first place.
My name is Sam. I'm a volunteer with Senator Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign.
Bernie's the only one that has the real solution.
When Bernie caucuses on February 1st, can he count on your support?
I'm glad to hear that. Haven't heard of him even today.
Nice talking to you.
Bernie Sanders is the real deal. He's been that way for 30 years, and he has no ties to big money. That's why I'm supporting him.
I support him. The simple answer will be because he's an honest man.
He comes from a small state and was an independent, and I don't think a lot of people are aware of how awesome he's been for as long as he has been awesome.
He doesn't pander to minority voters.
He takes climate change seriously. It's like the biggest issue right now.
He actually opposed the war in Iraq and is very, very cautious about the use of American power like that. And yet he's been one of the strongest voices in the Senate for getting good medical care to veterans.
In terms of all of the terrible things that are happening with police brutality and race relations in the country, Bernie has really made an effort to include those voices in his campaign. And I honestly think that if a person like Bernie Sanders is not leading this country, then things are going to get much, much worse.
I think sometimes people do think, oh, he's just saying the same thing over again. He's been saying the same for decades because it's true.
I kind of talk to my friends and to friends that feel somehow socialism is this communism, that they don't know what it means. But coming from a communist country, I know what communism is. It's where the state owns everything and you're just working for common good. That's not what Bernie Sanders is proposing.
What he proposes seems very familiar to me as an Australian, as a citizen of a social democratic country. And I can vouch for the fact that such a country is a pleasant place to live in.
I think I speak for a lot of people my age. I'm 23, just graduated from university, and I think we're part of a generation who grew up thinking that America was the greatest country on earth, with a great middle class and great opportunities for everybody. And I think Bernie is the only candidate who's really saying it genuinely that maybe that's not so much the case anymore.
All these other politicians talk the talk about how they want to reform campaign financing, but he's the only one not taking super PAC money, actually being financed by the people.
This is the way for people to show that their voice matters and that it's not the voices of the corporations and the billionaires that determine what America is and what America does in the world. It's the individual voter.
At first I was very skeptical about what was going on because it almost felt too good to be true. And the more I dug in, the more I've kind of paid attention to what it is he's saying, the more it doesn't feel that way at all. And I'm very happy to be getting involved. I wasn't involved in the Obama thing. I didn't pay attention. Anything before that, I was very much Republican because I came from a Republican state with a Republican family, and that's all that I knew.
Bernie Sanders brings out the best in us and is fighting and talking about what we can do as people.
It's one of the first elections where you truly have a great human being that is insanely ethical and is passionate and brilliant. I think it's really important for everybody to let everybody know that. The world's in a very precarious place right now, and we need to have someone who's sane, who's rational, and who's passionate about quality for humanity and is a force of good and a force of light in the world. It's absolutely essential that people get active, because this is maybe the last election that we as a public can make a difference.
I think it's important right now to be involved with this political race. You are entitled to your own opinion. Get involved, do some research, figure out who it is you want to back, and back them, and do what you can to help get your message and the people who are promoting your message into office. That's the only way that what you want is going to happen. If you want to know more about the Bernie Sanders campaign, click on this link and you can find more information down below. Subscribe, share, do what you can, get involved.